Hello everyone and welcome to Soundbath Sundays this Sunday, June 2nd, 2019, transmitting to you from Las Vegas, Nevada. I am here for a wonderful, what I can only call a magical experience. I will probably be telling you more about it in the coming weeks, but for now, suffice it to say that I am having a magical time. Today I want to talk to you about the big picture and what's next. See, we're going to talk about the goal, when we set a goal and how it paralyzes us and how we can get out of the analysis paralysis and the overwhelm and move into a space where we can take action. All right, and then we're going to do a short little sound bath to remove any blockages and to allow you to remain focused and present in the moment. So, have you ever set any goals that are beyond what you think you are capable of achieving? I know I have a ton of times. I create huge, big goals. And then what happens is, have you focused on the outcome, on the actual achievement of the goal? And have you all of a sudden been paralyzed with fear because you don't know what to do? Because there are so many steps to achieve the goal that it just becomes an overwhelming force that starts to crush your spirit. Now, I know that used to happen to me a lot until I found a way called reverse engineering, where I would go to the goal and position myself in the moment of and in my mind, right, in the moment of when the goal actually became alive, took place, or really took shape, right, in the moment where I achieved that goal. And then I started setting like landmark, or I don't know how you call them in English, but just like positions, right, where it's like, okay, by this time I need to be here, I need to be here, I need to be here for this to happen. And you work yourself backwards until you get to the present moment. And it's very important for you to set a date when you want this thing to be accomplished, because otherwise it's not about limiting the universe, but it's about creating some sort of accountability and some sort of like, this is the date. Because if you just leave it open-ending, then you have enough room to deviate from your actual goal. So you set a date, you work backwards, and then you ask yourself, what is the next step that I can take, or the next thing that I can do, or the next person I can call? What is the next action that I can take that will get me closer to my next deadline or landmark date, or whatever you call it? I lose the name right now, but wherever you set the next point that you have, that's a big point that you have to reach, instead of saying the next best thing that will get me to my end goal. So you start breaking it up in tinier steps, and then it becomes very, very easy. And then when you take that one step, you start creating a new neural pathway, a new pattern that helps you feel accomplished instead of feeling failed. Because when you have a huge goal and then you don't do anything, you start training your mind to feel like you failed. And it's all about training your mind to feel like you're a winner, like you can do anything, and that you are keeping your word to yourself. That is a very important thing. When you start honoring yourself and keeping your word to yourself, then your mind starts creating new neural pathways of that behavior, and it becomes a habit. And when you take that step and celebrate at every step of the way and start enjoying the now, because I was one of these people, and we were talking about this yesterday, that we set all these goals, then we accomplish them, but when we actually get them, it becomes just a little check mark on our interminable list of things and goals that we set out to accomplish. And you just tick it away. And it's like, okay, done, next. So I used to not even take 10 minutes to enjoy what I accomplished, because I was already, once you get that notch in your belt, then it's like, okay, next thing. And there's no enjoyment, there's no relishing in it, there's no swimming in the joy of living and having accomplished, even if it's a minuscule feat, an accomplishment. When you start to celebrate at every step, your life becomes a celebration. Because if you celebrate at every step of the way, by the time you get to your goal, you have enjoyed the process so much that I guarantee you, when you actually accomplish that particular goal, you'll want to celebrate even more, because now you've trained your mind, your body, your spirit to be in a constant state of celebration. And that, my friends, is something that is absolutely priceless. How many times have you accomplished something and then not even felt any sense of satisfaction, or much less willing to celebrate, right? Sometimes we accomplish these goals that we set not because of our own deepest desires, but because of expectations, or because we feel that this is expected of us, not even what we expect of ourselves, what others expect of us. And it comes from a place of attempting to please other people and not attempting to please ourselves. So where are your motivations when you set up a goal? Are they, and when we're clear and true about them, then it really doesn't matter if you think, well, I want to just please my parents. And when I please my parents, I'm happy. Well, then that's a true motivation from the heart, because you're trying to please someone from the heart. However, if you're trying to please someone at the expense of your own happiness, at the expense of your peace of mind, at the expense of your joyful existence, then it is time to reevaluate what goals you should be going after. Now, the other thing is when we feel that we're chasing something, we're chasing a dream, we're chasing a goal, then I believe, as we chase one of our goals, those goals that we have a longing for in our heart are already there for us. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in our awareness. But because they're already there, we have a distance. There's a distance between this desire and ourselves. And as we start chasing it, that desire will move away in proportion to the speed at which we chase it, so that it maintains the same distance to us. I'll say it again. Our dreams, when we chase them, start speeding up at the same rate that we speed up so that they keep the same distance from us. Basically, we're never going to catch that dream. Or we have to speed up so quickly and expend so much energy and put in so much effort that by the time we get there, we're literally spent. There are ways of accomplishing your dream where you're actually pulling that dream towards you. Feel the difference in the energy, how it feels, right? When you start pulling those dreams towards yourself instead of having to chase them. Take a deep breath, because that becomes in itself liberating when you understand that there is no need to chase anything. And by elevating your frequency and raising your vibration, you will magnetize yourself to attract those desires that resonate with you. So if in your life you're having things that you are not too thrilled about, then maybe you should look at what you're vibrating to, because you're attracting that because you're vibrating to a matching frequency. So if you want to learn more about frequencies and vibration and how to raise your vibrational frequency to match your desires, go ahead and send me an email at info@hanahealing.com. Also, if you want to become part of our tribe, you can always subscribe at hanahealing.com, and that's JANA healing.com, and you'll receive a 3-part video on how to let go of your emotional baggage and start living a very expanded and joyful life. Also, it'll explain more about how our brain functions and how to kind of go around our conscious mind and get straight into our subconscious mind and start creating a new reality for yourself. So go ahead and sign up, and we would love to have you as part of our tribe at Hana Healing. Let's move on and get to our sound bath this morning. If you are going to be taking the sound bath sitting down, please sit up, spine straight, feet flat on the floor, and palms facing up. Place them on your thighs, and then wiggle your toes. For the next however long, 5 minutes, 7 minutes that we go on with this, set the intention to not move at all. If you're taking the sound bath lying down, you can do the same thing. You can just stretch out. Make sure you're not curved, you're aligned perfectly with your spine. Place your arms on the sides of your body, palms facing up, and once again, wiggle your toes. You're going to take 3 breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth with a big old sigh. Letting go of everything that happened since last Sunday when we got together until right this minute. Your breaths on your own time. You can take 3 or 6 breaths, whatever feels right for you. Take a big deep breath. Let it all go.